We've all been there. The power cuts out, and you head to that gray metal box in the garage. But that simple flip is a critical safety moment. Electrical failures cause over 46,000 house fires a year in the U.S. Many of those fires are linked to one habit: repeatedly resetting a breaker without knowing why it tripped. So, are you just restoring power, or are you ignoring a serious fire hazard? There is a right way and a wrong way. We'll cover the 3-step safe reset, why breakers trip, and the red flags that mean stop and call a pro. First, what is this thing? A circuit breaker is your home's electrical safety guard, an automatic switch that cuts power during a dangerous surge. Unlike old fuses that burn out, breakers can be reset. This convenience is great, but it can also make us complacent about the danger. Here's a key point. A breaker's main job isn't to protect your TV. Its purpose is to protect the wiring inside your walls from igniting. A tripped breaker isn't an annoyance. It is a warning sign. It's telling you that your wiring was just saved from a hazardous situation. Why do they trip? There are 3 main reasons we need to understand: overloads, short circuits, and ground faults. Number 1, overloads. This is the most common. It's too many devices on one circuit, like a microwave and a toaster running at once. Number 2, short circuits. This is more serious. It's when a hot wire touches a neutral, causing a massive current surge from frayed cords or bad wiring. Your house often gives you warning signs before a breaker even trips. Do your lights flicker or dim when a large appliance starts? That's a classic sign. What about sounds? A faint buzzing or crackling from an outlet is a major red flag. If a switch plate feels warm, unplug everything from it immediately. The most urgent sign is a burning smell, like fish or hot plastic, from an outlet or panel. This is a call an electrician now problem, not a future one. Are you paying attention to these signals? Your home is communicating a potential hazard before the breaker is forced to act. The standard breaker protects from overloads and shorts. But what about smaller, more insidious dangers? What stops a tiny hidden spark inside a wall? That's the job of newer technology. The Arc Fault Circuit Interrupter, or AFCI. It detects the unique signature of a dangerous arc and cuts power. Now, let's talk about dangerous mistakes. You might think, this 15-amp breaker keeps tripping, I'll put in a 20-amp one. This is a hazardous error. A 15-amp breaker is paired with a wire rated for 15 amps. A 20-amp breaker lets too much current flow through that wire, letting it overheat and ignite. Even worse is taping a breaker in the on position. This defeats its safety purpose entirely. It's like disabling your car's airbags before a crash. So we know what causes trips and the dangerous fixes to avoid. Now, what is the correct, safe method to reset a breaker? Before you touch the panel, step 1 is to investigate. Go to the room without power. Unplug everything. This removes the load that may have caused the trip. Step 2 is the reset itself. The tripped breaker is in the middle or off position. You must push it firmly to off first. You'll feel a click. Then flip it to on. Step 3 is to test. If the power stays on, plug devices back in one by one. If it trips when you plug in a specific appliance, you've found the culprit. But what if the breaker trips again instantly, with nothing plugged in? This is the single most important red flag you need to recognize. An immediate trip signals a persistent issue, likely a direct short circuit in the wiring itself. Do not reset it again. Call an electrician immediately. There's one more factor: age. Breakers don't last forever. They have a lifespan of 15 to 40 years. An old breaker can fail to trip when it should. Now, let's connect everything. Imagine those subtle warning signs we discussed earlier, like flickering lights. happening on a circuit with a worn-out breaker. That is the exact recipe for how an overloaded wire overheats, ignites the wood in your walls, and becomes one of those 46,000 yearly house fires. The key takeaway is this: a circuit breaker is not the problem. It's a messenger telling you about a problem. Your job is to listen. So, remember the dose. Investigate the cause first, unplug all devices, and then reset by pushing fully to off, then to on. And the don'ts. Never repeatedly reset a tripping breaker. Never tape it on, and never replace it with a higher amp rating. Understanding this simple device, why it trips, and the correct reset procedure isn't just a DIY skill, it is fundamental to your home's safety. Look at your panel, know the warning signs in your home, and if you have any doubt about a breaker's behavior or age, make the safest choice. Call a licensed electrician.